Just the other day, I got a message telling me there was a new D&D book coming out in March 2021. When I heard about the new Candlekeep Mysteries book that was announced, I thought, cool, I've not heard of Candlekeep since playing Baldur's Gate as a kid. Then, when I really started to think about it, I asked the question, what is Candlekeep? So, I started digging around the internet and I found 3 answers. The first one is a two-parter. Candlekeep.com is an old-school D&D website that has been around since The Matrix was released and is still getting updated. It looked like a relic from a bygone era, and finding this site was like an archaeologist digging up a new species of dinosaur. It still has an active forum, and it has an old-school aesthetic that reminds me a little bit of the Space Jam website, which has been up and running since 1995 when the movie was released. Conversely, candlekeep.co.uk looks like a shop front for all things nerdy. I could see Dungeons and Dragons books getting sold and Magic the Gathering cards. The second answer is that it's a setting for the new book Candlekeep Mysteries that's getting released in March 2021. There are tons of authors on the project, too many to read out, but not too many to scroll across the bottom of the screen as I'm talking. It's going to be an anthology of 17 different new adventures for players ranging from level 1 to level 16. The adventures are modular, so there isn't a large overarching campaign. This is more like the Yawning Portal, instead of something like Rime of the Frost Maiden. Apparently, the adventures are easy to adapt to existing campaigns, and it's easy to change the setting from the Sword Coast to planes like Eberron, Greyhawk, or Exandria. Now the third and longest part of this answer is that Candlekeep is set in the Forgotten Realms, and I did a bit of a deep dive on Wikipedia. Its location is in the Sword Coast. The setting of Forgotten Realms was started in 1987 and designed by Ed Greenwood. Candlekeep was also mentioned in the book Descent into Avernus and appeared in the novel Crucible, The Trial of Cyric the Mad. The Forgotten Realms in general have been in several video games including Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights, and the Dungeons & Dragons MMORPG. There is a big chunk about Candlekeep in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, on page 74, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of a reading from there. The Great Keep never fails to take my breath away. It stands on a volcanic crag 100 or so feet from the coastline, a flat-topped spur of rough stone out in the midst of the surging sea. Imagine, if you can, the top of this crag hemmed in entirely by a tall wall. The wall is interrupted by several towers all the way around, and it encloses a large space from which even more of these same towers rise. Those who have seen this vista from above have said that it looks like nothing so much as a cake decorated with too many candles. The mist of sea spray fills the air nearest the western halls, and in the winter, that moisture causes treacherous build-ups of ice. Sometimes, the entire towers along the western edge of the keep have to be abandoned for the season. They become so overtaken by frost. From the centre rises the largest and thickest tower of Candlekeep. If the other towers are well-wrought branches and blossoms, then this is surely the bole of the tree, strong, massive, and rising well above the perimeter structures. About the central keep, a garden spirals in rising steps, and those lucky enough to enter the library proper do so by passing around or up through the green space to the keep's main door. However, most folk who visit Candlekeep see the structure only for the courtyard east of it, where the facilities for the arriving scholars lie. The only gate into Candlekeep stands at the end of the Way of the Lion, which is the only road that provides access to and from the outside world. The route extends from Bergost, leagues away, and winds a lonely path out to the peninsula where Candlekeep stands. Candlekeep is the largest repository of lore and writings in all of the realms, although my scholarly kin in Everasca don't like being reminded of that. It was once the home of the great prophet Alaundo the seer, and within its walls were written the prophecies of Alaundo. Its vaults, it is said, contain hidden knowledge enough to make any person with the ability to discover and absorb it all-powerful beyond compare. The problem with doing that, of course, is the same as with secrets in any other location. One must know that the secret exists before its details can be sussed out. To that end, Candlekeep's vast library is something of a defence in and of itself. For every bit of hidden lore of potential great power that lies within, there are thousands of inconsequential recipes, old songs, bits of history, journals of long-dead folk, and a myriad of other pieces of writing no lasting importance, save to the monks of this place, and the sages who come seeking such trifles. Of course, before this treasure trove can be plumbed, one must gain entry to its hallowed halls. The cloistered scholar monks of Candlekeep, who are called the Avowed, guard this place and work tirelessly to ensure the library's protection and preservation. Though they are friendly enough in a workday fashion, they are also suspicious of all visitors to the library. If you're interested in finding out more lore about Candlekeep, then I would recommend you pick up a copy of the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide. There's an affiliate link down in the description if you want to pick up a hard copy and help out the channel at the same time. If you want to keep up to date with more news about Dungeons & Dragons, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We do subclass reviews, spell analysis, and news when it arrives. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time. Goodbye.